Hello, my most amazing artists. Today, we are going to talk about printmaking. Now, typically printmaking involves a really big giant press and stinky inks and all kinds of horrible stuff like that, but we're going to do something fun. We are going to use styrofoam and markers or watercolors to make prints. When you make prints, you make a plate or what your picture is going to look like, and then you can make the picture many, many, many times. It's kind of like having your own copy machine, which I love. I think that's so awesome. So for this video, you're going to need a styrofoam plate, a ballpoint pen, some markers or some watercolors, and we're actually going to be going to my kitchen today to do the printmaking for this because you have to have water. All right, here we go. Hello, artists. Welcome to printmaking class. I know we just talked about printmaking and what it was, but let me just remind you, when you do this, you can make more than one picture of your picture. So what you need for this first part is a styrofoam plate and a ballpoint pen. For the second part, you're going to need markers. I haven't tried this with watercolor, but I've only tried it with markers, so I'll have to try it with watercolor and get back with you about whether that works. And then you're going to need some paper, obviously, to print on. We're going to actually end up going to my kitchen to do the printing part, and I will show you why when we get there. All right, so you need your styrofoam plate and your pen. Take the lid off your pen and flip your plate over to this flat side. This is going to be your printing surface, and what's funny is it's going to be your printing plate. Now, in printmaking, they call the original the plate, even if it's not on a plate, which I think it's kind of funny that ours is going to be on a plate, and it's called a plate. So there you go. All right. I missed doing Easter stuff with you guys. We were going to make a cute rabbit with sunglasses, and I'm kind of bummed about that. So we'll just do a little spring scene here on our plate, but you can do whatever you want. If you want to do a dinosaur or, I don't know, a truck or a puppy dog, or you could do another rabbit. I'm going to do a little spring scene with some plants. I am drawing with my pen. You see that? And while I'm drawing with this pen, it's pushing into the styrofoam, and it's actually leaving, and you can kind of feel it, it's leaving a little bit of an indentation. That indentation is going to be really important for our project. Let's see, let's just make a flower here. Look at that, that's so cute, little daisy. How about a butterfly? Yeah. Two little antennae. And how about a rabbit, just for the sake of Easter? There we go. I have a real rabbit. Well, it's my son's, our pet rabbit. Her name is Gravy, and she is so cute, you guys. She has really big eyes. Really big. And she has the cutest little bunny tail you've ever seen. I'm telling you. Her tail's actually long. It's actually curled up underneath her hiney. I didn't realize rabbit tails were long and curled up underneath. I thought they were just short little stubby tails, but they're not. Let's see, let's just make some more flowers over here. Now, if you accidentally press through your plate, that's okay. Like if you put a hole in it, it's not gonna hurt anything. This one's gonna be a very exciting flower. I think I'm gonna make this one pretty exciting too. You want to put some details because that's what is going to make your print look really cool. Let's put some rocks in here, maybe some more grass. Oh yeah, this little bunny is hiding in the grass. Bunnies do that because they are prey animals. I think we talked about that in our watercolor and crayon blob video. All right, and let me tell you, if you write something on your plate when you print it, it's going to be backwards. So you're going to get a mirror image of whatever it is you draw on this plate. It's going to be the opposite. So if you want to write a message to someone, it's going to be backwards. I wouldn't recommend doing that right now. It would be kind of hard. So I was going to write my name, but nah, that's okay. Not going to do it because it's just going to be a big mess. I will do some more flowers though. It's really interesting when you can do like a whole scene. Those are kind of messy flowers. That's okay. There we go. Okay guys, I think we are done with the first part of this project. The second part involves water, because you actually have to get your paper wet to print on it, and your markers. So if you will go probably to your kitchen or your bathroom where you can use water, and if it spills it won't hurt anything, and we're going to go finish our project there. You'll need to bring your plate with you, bring your pen just in case you see a mistake you want to correct, bring your markers if they're in your studio, bring them to the kitchen, and bring your paper, and I'll see you in my kitchen. All right, bye-bye.
Hey, arty friends, it's time for our bunny break. This is Gravy. She's my son's rabbit, and she is so cute. Hello, Gravy. Hello, Gravy. And that's my kids burping in the background. Oh, she's so sweet. When you feed her in the morning, she gets super excited and she starts nibbling on your hand. I don't know if she thinks your hand is food or what. So there's Gravy. 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 Gravy.
Hello again, we are back in my kitchen. So what you're gonna need for your printing project is just some kind of a container of warm water. You don't need a lot of water. Some markers for coloring your printing plate, your styrofoam plate that you drew your picture on, some paper to print on, and a towel, because obviously this is going to be kind of wet. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your markers and color on the styrofoam. It does not have to be perfect. And I didn't have any Crayola markers because they're at school. So I'm just using my daughter's markers. So I'm just going to color this grass green. And when you're printmaking, you usually use ink. And this would be called inking your plate. Remember, the plate isn't just a plate, it's what the printing surface is called. All right, then I'm going to do, how about a pink? I want a pink Easter bunny. Why not, you guys? Oh, pink Easter bunny. Whatever the lines are on your plate, they should print white. I'll do a yellow, an orange butterfly. So if you want to kind of print, like color a little bit outside the lines, that way the lines show up, that would be good. Make the ground a little bit brown. Just doing a little bit of a scribble here. Let's have some blue flowers. Purpley pink flowers. If it mixes with another color, that's fine. Just gives it more character. All right, so there's your plate all colored. Then you're going to get a piece of paper. In order for this to work, your paper has to be wet, but you don't want it soaking. So pop it in the water real quick, take it out, you're gonna go let it drip off each corner. Just turn, let it drip, turn, let it drip. You might just shake it, turn, let it drip. Then you're gonna lay it on your counter. Make it nice and flat. I don't know if you guys can see, I hope you can, because this will be fun. Then you're gonna take your plate, put it marker side down on top of that wet paper. Do not move it after you put on the paper. Then you're gonna rub it. See, I have my hand kind of like this. I'm rubbing, rubbing, rubbing. Oh no, I scooted it. Well, let's see. Oh no, you guys. Okay, if at first you don't succeed, Try again. We're gonna try, oh, I printed it on my counter too. We're gonna try it again. You guys, making mistakes is part of life. Let me grab a towel real quick to clean the counter off. Oh, it stained the counter. Whoopsies, oh well. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off my plate. And I think my paper was just a little too wet. So I'm gonna show you what to do to kind of dry up your paper. So let's do it again. And you're gonna use the same process every time you make a print. You're going to color on your plate. Every time. This is basically, the marker is basically your ink. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Now I tried this in the classroom when we were still having school, and it turned out really well. However, I was using Crayola markers. I don't have Crayola markers here, so I really don't know if part of this is a marker problem or if part of this is just a Mrs. Evans problem. Could be either one. I'm just gonna quickly do my flowers again. Okay, so let's do the paper again. This time, we're going to dry it off on the towel a little bit more because it was a little bit too wet, so it made all that runny. So, I'm just gonna get one side wet this time, not get it all wet. Okay, I just put one side in the water. I'm gonna have to do the edge, so it's not super wet. I'm gonna lay it on my towel, press with my hands to get some of the water out. You might be wondering why we're getting this paper wet in the first place. Well, if it's not wet, it doesn't take the marker very well. All right, when your paper isn't shiny anymore, that's probably a good sign that it's ready to print. I'm also not gonna press down as hard this time, so here we go. I'm gonna put it in one spot, rub, rub. Okay, you guys, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yay! There's my picture of my little pink rabbit. And my flowers, look at that. Look how cute that is. I love it. Okay, let's try it on a dry paper with these markers and see what it does. Just, you know, as an experiment, why not? Remember, these are just fun things to do. You don't have to do these. You can just watch me do them. I'm having fun. It's just a way to be creative. I find it's really important for myself to make some kind of art every day. It really helps my mood. It helps me not be stressed. It kind of helps melt your cares away. Just some kind of art. I really love to journal and write about my day. That helps me an incredible amount to process things that are happening, bad things and good things. I like to keep a thankful journal to remind myself of all the good things that happen. Okay, I'm just coloring again with my marker. This time, we are going to do it dry instead of getting our paper wet. When I did it dry in the classroom with the Crayola markers, it didn't print very well. It was very scratchy looking. So we're gonna see what this does this time. I'm just interested to know. I'm doing an experiment. Nothing wrong with having fun. Okay, here we go. Let's get a piece of paper that's dry this time. Put it down on the counter. You guys can see. I'm gonna put the plate straight. Now when you do a dry print, you will have to really rub. When the paper's wet, it really wants to accept the ink from whatever it is you're printing. But when it's dry, it's a lot harder to get that on there. When it's wet, it kind of sucks it up, but when it's dry, it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, here we go. Oh, you guys, that actually turned out really well. Look at that. I am really impressed with that. Can you see these white lines? Those are the lines I made with my ballpoint pen. And you know, if I wanted to, I could go back and make those lines even deeper, and it would make an even stronger print. And what I tell you, it is the mirror image of what we did on our plate. That turned out really well. Guys, you don't even need to get your paper wet. If you just will mash down really hard on it. Now this is with Mr. Sketch markers. The Crayola markers didn't do that well, but you could try it anyway. You could try it both ways. So that's really cool. So here's the wet, and here's the dry as a comparison. They both look really, really good. I'm really impressed with this. This is a lot of fun. Okay, guys, go find yourself a paper plate, a ballpoint pen, some markers, and make yourself a cute little Easter scene. You could even make this for someone and share it with them. And make a little spring scene. You could even make a greeting card with this. Just do it on the front of your folded up paper, and then you've got a little card, and you can make a whole bunch of these, which is what's so great about this. All right, bye-bye. See you next time.